Okay, we're back at Competition Engines and we're at the workshop here. We're here today to discuss Evans VL. So Evans VL was a daily car with a non-turbo RB in it. The car then went to a chassis place, and the chassis place fitted a roll cage, done a rear clip, a 9-inch and all that sort of stuff. Pretty confident it was hell-bent. He's done a nice job, Kane. So once the rear end was done, the roll cage and so on at Hellbent, the car then came here for us to fit it out, make an exhaust system, intercooler piping, all the plumbing, all the braided lines, all the hard lines. So literally build the rest of the car in dummy stages. The car is now completed. It's going back to the owner on Saturday. They're going to strip the car out themselves. They're going to get the engine bay in the car painted, and then potentially it's going to come back here for us to final fit it out, or they might do it themselves. So our job was to dummy up and finalise every single bit, 100% finalise everything, so at a later date he can just put it back in. The car, I think after they fit it back up, after it's been painted, will go for wiring, and then it'll fire up and get tuned. So in my opinion, it's the right way. Dummy up the whole car. That way you know what holes you have left over. You can weld them up and so on. Ends up being a better build when you're doing custom stuff like this. So if you come closer, so Evan supplied a built second-hand RB. We've plumbed up all the catch cans. We've plumbed up, if you look over to your right here, all the drain backs for the cylinder head. For the oil, so we've plumbed up all your boost controllers. If you look down in here, we've done all the intercooler piping, the cold side and the hot side. You can see the wastegate, you can see the boost controller. We've supplied and mounted a MechMan alternator. If you look down here, it has a big turbo on it. So we've plumbed up a nitrous system that he can use to bring it up on boost quicker, or if he chooses to spray it through the whole range. So there's a lot of little water sort of bleeders and so on we've done in the background that you can't really see, but gives you an idea. The workmanship, like George and Alex have fitted most of the running gear up, and Chris Trimble, that does all our fab stuff here, in-house guy, has fabbed up everything else. You see the exhaust, the cold side, the hot side, the nitrous system, the whole lot. So what we'll do now, we'll go around the back and have another look to see all the stuff that Chris has done in the boot, the fuel system, and then we'll go up on the hoist, then we'll have a look at all his handiwork underneath. Okay, so now if we come have a look in the boot, Chris and the boys have fabricated, mounted, so I'm pretty sure provided by us. So it has in-tank pumps, 3 in-tank pumps. As you can see, everything's hard line. The nitrous bottle's mounted, nitrous outlet bracket and bottle. You can see the neatness of the work from the original fabricator that done the chassis, Kane, and then over to us, and then obviously the wiring will be neat and the whole car will be a good build. Evans provided, I'm guessing it's an Astra pump and bracket, so we've plumbed up all the power steering, so it's got Astra pump, plumbed up all the lines, batteries plumbed up. We've mounted the shifter's mounted in console. So like I said, the car's in the build. So now, obviously they're going to get it painted, strip it out. So the objective was we dummy everything, and then they'll finalise the car. It might even come back here for us to refit it once they remove everything, depending on time. So we'll go up now. Okay, so we've got Evan's VO up on the hoist now, and you guys can have a look at the masterpiece that the boys here in the workshop have created and all the fabrication that Chris Trimble has done. So we'll start off, as we talked about in the top corner here, or the bottom corner, you can see the wastegate to your left, the boost controller to your right. You can see all the fabrication is done with the cold side. We can see the screamer pipe, the wastegate and so on, like I said. You can see our MechMan alternator again. Now the intercooler, if we step back a step, Evan provided that intercooler. That's come from Adelaide also. We've done Chris has done all the plumbing on the cold side. Now, if you look under the front wheel arch here to your right, you will see the Willwood brake kit we've provided. You will see those stainless steel lines going to the right there to the catch can. So that's all hidden. You saw that in the engine bay coming up from the rocker cover. So then we put hardline under the guards. You can see all the brake lines, all the fabrication. We've got braid going from the master cylinder with bulkheads going through to the outside of the engine bay. So you can see all that. And then we'll go to the transmission area to your left here. Has a power glide. Now, you can see the quality of stuff. We have hard lines coming out of the transmission, transferring over to Teflon lines. If we look over to the right here, we'll start with the exhaust. We can see the quality of the exhaust system Chris has built in stainless steel. He's actually supplied this electric dump, I think they call them. So when he goes to the racetrack, he's got a side pipe. So basically, electronically, he'll open this and it'll run, through the side here, and you won't have to go through the whole exhaust system. So there's a lot of things that we've done in here that, our struts, they're a custom strut for a VL that we get done. So they're made to work on no prep and prep, which is unique. All the racks been plumbed up. Then if we start going into this area, if we start filming back from here, you'll see all the hard lines and all the special little brackets that Chris has made. Keeping in mind, we have fuel lines feeding and returning. We have power steering feeding and returning because he has that Astra pump, which in my opinion, I like the electric power steering, but cannot be done with VLs. There's not enough room underneath, so then you have to run the remote Astra pump, and then obviously got to run lines back and forth. But Chris has made it look extremely neat. And then you have the nitrous lines running, transcooler lines running. So there's transcooler lines, and that equates to that many lines. We've put a custom or fabricated a custom tail shaft loop, as you can see. Like little things, like if you film that whole exhaust, like come over here and you'll see the little custom exhaust hangers that Chris uses. Like they're from America. The exhaust system itself, the diff centers also. This car, all the componentry is supplied by us. Strain shocks in the rear, diff center, chromoly tail shaft, the wheelwood brakes in the front and rear, the CK Adelaide sway bar anti-roll bar. Have a look at that for a piece of art. So Kane's fabricated and mounted everything in the rear, like diff-wise. And we've done, look at the exhaust, look at the muffler, look at the way Chris has gone over the diff here. If you come across here, it's just next level of fabrication. The muffler's painted black, the hooker muffler's painted black as customers requested. Transcooler's remotely mounted, as you can see, on some nice brackets. All the lines are coming out. There's a nice little breather here for the fuel cell. So, you could just look at this for hours. Once this car's completed and the engine bay's painted and it's trimmed, like the underneath, as you can see, is a work of art. So let's just have a sweep and have a look underneath. And this will be in the builds, which, like I said, the guys will take it home now, strip it out, get it engine bay painted and so on. Then it'll get refitted up and go for final wiring and tuning.